Hi there, this is your reading with me for This Message Was Meant to Find You. So, however you stumbled upon this reading, I feel like it was meant to be, and here we are. Alright, so I have these four beautiful groups, and I just want to say that these prayer beads that we do have here, well, whichever one you know you're most drawn to, that's going to be the reading for you. These prayer beads are made by me, so if anyone actually did want to purchase them, they are on my Etsy store, and they are actually very unique and very beautiful because they have got indeed these tassels hanging off of them. They're very, very unique in that sense and very pretty, and of course handmade. And yeah, you can find them on my Etsy. If you go to my Etsy, and then on the left hand side there's sort of like sections, and there's a section for prayer beads, so you can find them there. And yeah, many of you know I do have an intention manifesting store with lots of items like handmade bracelets, necklaces, anklets, pom-poms, tassels, embroidered cards, which are hand embroidered by me, which you can put under your pillow, your wallet, or your purse. You can check out the review section to see how other people have certain results with these items. There's also face masks, crystals, divination charms, coins, pendulums, cloths, bowls, etc. From me to you, everything is meditated with and saged. So, okay, whichever one you're most drawn to, let's just do like a little close up. So we've got here group 1 with the hot pink, fuchsia and gold prayer beads. We've got group 2 here with the gold prayer beads, group 3 with the black prayer beads, and group 4 with the white prayer beads and the little elephant as well on there. Alright, so what I'm going to do is we're going to first of all start with group number 1, and then we'll move to the rest of the groups and we'll see what is coming through. Alright, so let's do that. The timestamps are all in the description box below, so if you go to the description box, you click on your timestamp, you can watch the reading. Okay, let's move this to the side, let's put this here. Oh, I can't get over how beautiful the prayer beads look. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, group number 1, let's have a look and see. This message was meant to find you, so let's have a look and see what the message is. Alright, every time I touch my table there's something that makes noise over there, but it's okay. It's because it touches the wall, and the wall has the background on it. Okay, so let's have a look and see. So you have chosen beautiful pink prayer beads, which are available on my Etsy store. So the link to my Etsy store is down below if anyone is interested. And there's a section on the left hand side which has all the categories, and it's in the prayer bead category. So just thought I'd mention them because they are handmade. So we have got here Soul Fragments, number 33, Balance Will Be Restored. So what I see here is that the biggest message is really that balance will be restored in your life, especially if you have been struggling, especially if things have been just very all over the place or extremely, well, I said the word, extreme, where one day you feel just really, really down, and another day you might feel very uplifted but still not so great. It's like opposites, and it's like complete extremes. Either you feel really, really happy, or you feel really, really sad, or you feel really, really this, or you feel really, really that, and there's no sometimes middle ground as to what it is that you feel. So this here really does show that there's going to be much more harmony, balance, fulfillment, joy, progression as time goes by. So I really don't feel like you need to necessarily, let's say, worry, but I will say one thing, that meditation can really help. Adopting a spiritual path can really help as well. Of course, you know, things like meditation, things like focusing on a specific thing can really help. So for example, when you meditate, you're focusing on your breath, your body, or a specific image. This is actually helping to direct your energy in a way where it's not just on, you know, certain things. You're kind of directing your energy away from it in that sense, right? I mean, yes, you're focusing on something, but you're focusing on something else, like perhaps not your career or your love life or things that are not really falling into place. You're actually focusing on something else, right? So that essentially can really, really help. All right, let's have a look and see what tarot is telling us here as well. So I've just got the Shuffle Tarot. Okay, there's some major arcana. See, we've got the Magician here. Got the Star card. We have Judgment. Oh, wow, look at this. We've got major arcanas. Major Arcana Town, as we like to say. Or Major Arcana Village. Okay, so... Oh, wow. You know, Magician is law of attraction. Magician is Mercury energy. So I think one of the biggest things here is the universe, spirit guides, they're telling you to stick up for yourself and to not be afraid to speak up. Even if that means losing certain things here and there, I think what's really significant is to speak up, take care of yourself, put yourself first, and not take necessarily any BS from others. Because what I do see here is that some of this soul fragments energy is coming from the fact that you've had difficult relationships, difficult connections, just difficulty in general to keep the balance. And this isn't all your fault, right? Part of this is your experiences with people. Part of it is things from childhood. Part of this is relationship or career or childhood struggles. So the Magician here is showing essentially you have all the tools on your table. This deck is very, very unique because it kind of combines elements from tarot, as you can see here. Like in the Magician, you have got the High Priestess. And what I think is really interesting here is that it shows that you have your own values, you have your own ways of doing things, and it's not necessarily bad. So what I see here is, you know, sure, you may listen to other people, you may listen to what other people are saying, doing, the ways in which they are acting, but ultimately you do have yourself. And I think that that's also really quite significant to mention, is that at the end of the day, you have yourself and you've got, you know, all of those things in that sense. So the biggest thing that I definitely do pick up on here is this really, really powerful energy where essentially what I'm trying to say is take care of yourself and the rest is taken care of. Okay, so Magician, but you've got the High Priestess. High Priestess is all about balance. It's also about holding to your values. It's also about taking care of yourself, sticking up for yourself, being the divine within yourself, regardless of what anybody says. It's about meditation, spirituality. It's beautiful. You know, even with the star, this is about healing, taking care of yourself, putting yourself first, you know, using the water for yourself in many ways. And then Judgment is this very strong sort of Pluto, Scorpio energy. And this energy is a very strong and very powerful energy to do with transformation. So a transformation is looming, okay? Things are not always going to stay in this way. Things are not always going to be challenging, right? A shift and a turn will come. And that's what I'm seeing here, right? There's going to be an alignment of the stars. Some of you may have a birth chart where certain transits may have happened. So, you know, sometimes planets can stay in certain signs for years, okay? and the thing is, when it sometimes switches from one sign to another after a long period of time, luck can also change as well. And that is something that is very well known to happen too, is that some of you may feel that, oh my God, this has been a while, like why do I still feel like this? Why are things not working out for me? It can be the alignment of the stars. So that's what I'm really seeing here. So yeah, that's the main thing. You know, I will say that the biggest message here is that balance will be restored. Balance will be restored. Even the world card here is about balance, right? The balance is also your structure. It's also your routine. It's the things that you do from day to day. And that is also about making sure you sleep well, making sure you eat well, making sure you are consuming the right things, also in the sense of, what do you call it? you know, some people get very drained also when they watch certain TV shows or films and they don't know why. And that's because that's also what you're consuming, right? Even certain songs and things like that can be very draining for some people. They just, you know, don't feel good about it. So make sure you go towards the things that do make you feel good. I'm not here to tell you what you should be listening to and what you shouldn't be, but you know, there are certain things that do drain each of us, and it's very different also for each of us. So that's what I'm seeing here. You know, especially if you feel always very tired because maybe you go to sleep very late, maybe some of you can't help the fact that you go to sleep very late, but obviously, you know, just trying to take and make your routine as significant in the sense of its structure as possible. It is the Saturn energy, right? Making sure you take care of yourself in that sense would really help you. And the sun here does show a lot of positivity and a lot of joy is coming. Some of you may feel like a literal hermit right now, or you may feel like you're stuck in this cocoon. But remember, the butterfly outgrows the cocoon, and then what happens? No longer in the cocoon. Like, there has to be that breaking free energy, that positivity, that joy, that radiance. It's going to shine and you are going to find yourself. So I really feel here that, especially if you're worrying about what's next to come, balance will come. You will break free. Make sure you take care of yourself, right? Even with judgment here, make sure that you are doing good things for yourself and your body, especially, you know, if you have certain habits or addictions or things like that that perhaps are just not good for you, you know, working through those with healing can really, really help. Healing and routine, remember, because it takes a certain amount of days to break a habit, and that is a start, right? So that's what I see here also with that little devil just poking out at the top there, is that this could be also to do with addictions and trying to have your balance restored, whether you're emotionally addicted to someone or something, or just addicted in general. So let's just get 3 more cards, then we'll do the charm reading. King of Swords is about willpower and strength. Again, very strong Mercury energy, which is something we already did talk about. I just need to plug the charger in because I just realised that the battery is low, and of course that's not it's not good, because we could lose the entire reading. So the King of Swords here, we've got the 6 of Cups, which is done very beautifully here. I mean, just look at that. And then you've got here 7 of Cups and the Queen of Swords. Oh, sorry, yeah, Queen of Swords. Okay, so you've got the King and the Queen of Swords. So, you know, in terms of that, I mean, you can see here balance, okay? 2 of the same suit. You also see as well, oh, I really like how they've done this, actually. Wow, this deck is really well done. You've got this sort of Hierophant energy here, but you've also got the High Priestess energy. That's also sort of like the balance. But you've also got the Libra energy, because, you know, this woman is from the Justice card. Now, Venus rules Taurus, okay, which is a Hierophant, and Libra, which is Justice. So you've got Venus energy here as well, and you've got counterparts here, but also both of these are the King and the Queen of Swords. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? This is really interesting. And then you've got the 6 of Cups here, which is also known to be about balance too. The 6 of Cups is also about romance. It's also about receiving. It's also about a gift, right? So to me, these cards, in all of its meanings, mean so well, because it's like double meanings, but all of them correspond. They all click together, and that's what I see here, is that there's more balance coming, especially through any struggles, especially through any worries, or the things that you've been fantasizing about, the things that you've been thinking about. For some of you might be thinking, okay, is love ever going to happen in my life? Yes, that balance will happen. Like, you will find it. It will come into your life, and it will come into your life essentially when you have really, you know, you're healing, and also it will come into your life when you feel better, you feel happier, you're not so reliant on it to happen. That's essentially when it's going to happen. All right, so let me just grab the charms as well, and we'll do a nice charm reading. So let's have a look first of all at letters. So letters can spell out, of course, words, can also be initials. Okay, so we have got here an A, a H, X, N, W, Z, G, Y, N, F, G. All right, so that is what we have right there, which is interesting. I'm not necessarily seeing any strong words coming out of that, but I will say one thing, is that initial-wise, perhaps it could make sense. There could be other, initials, letters, things like that make sense to you. Now let's go to charms. So we have here, oh, look at this. We have the cross, right? So this is about your faith. Like we saw the sort of high priestess energy, the Hierophant energy as well, even though those are not the cards, their energy comes through. So this is about sticking to your values and also having faith. The stars will align, okay? Opportunities will come to you, especially if you're struggling in regards to your love life. I do see much more balance will be restored in that life. I don't see you being alone forever, so that is something to keep in mind. Then we also have here as well the Aquarius charm. So this is about healing, okay? Because that's literally what the star is all about. It's about healing, it's about taking care of yourself, and that is going to help things really in the grand scheme of things, especially if things are weighing you down, because you've got an anchor here. Okay, so this is about sort of setting yourself free and not being so weighed down. And of course, this is about the heart chakra. So this is about healing from the heart, and meditation on your heart chakra, or meditating and thinking about your heart chakra can also be very, very powerful for stability and security. You have a lot of red here, which is the root chakra energy. It's about physical stability, security, self-sufficiency, and responsibility for the self, which we also see with the World card, right? It's about taking responsibility. It's about your routine. It's about your structure, thinking about, what can I do better? How can I do things, much, much better? So that's what we see here, group number 1. This is the message that was meant to find you. If this resonates with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And do check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, intention items, which are also on my Etsy store. Do have these beautiful prayer beads. There we go. And yeah, so that is all pretty much there. Okay, so let's get these to the side. Okay, group number 2. This message was meant to find you, so let's see what this message was. Alright, so you have chosen these beautiful golden prayer beads, which I'm going to put right here, and they are available on my Etsy store. So my Etsy store is linked down below, and then there is a section on my Etsy store where it says prayer beads on the left hand side, so you can find them there. I also forgot to mention as well, I do offer private readings. So there's the free reading giveaway I do each month, which is all the information is down below in the description box, and then also private paid reading information is also in the description box below, but I forgot to mention that at the beginning, so I thought I'd just mention it now. Okay, so this message was meant to find you. Let's see what it was. It's getting really hot in this room actually, interestingly enough. Okay, so we have here spiritual growth. So that is one of the biggest messages. Let's see what else comes through with this. So spiritual growth. So I actually do feel that you're going to be evolving spiritually. I did not plan this, but now I look at also the prayer beads, and you see the pink and the blue here. This represents the divine, really in the way of the masculine and the feminine. And what's really interesting is that, I always believe that we always have, a bit of masculine, a bit of feminine. We're not, 100%. It's a little bit like introvert and extrovert. Like no one is 100% introverted and no one's 100% extroverted. We all have percentages, in us as to how much it is. And some people can be more feminine, some people can be more masculine. It doesn't necessarily, I don't think that it's, all about gender, let's say. So you know, the thing here that I really do pick up is that you're really aligning within yourself. For those of you that have a twin flame or a soulmate, let's say, there's much more harmony and balance in that aspect, because, you know, when you nurture yourself and you nurture everything within yourself, it also helps in regards to others. So that's something I see here, is that some of you may really, really be doing a lot of meditation. You may be learning tarot. You may be investigating, let's say, or researching certain kinds of spiritual connections and how you can gain a lot of balance in them. That's something that could be happening here as well, gaining a lot of clarity. But spiritual growth is also to do with yourself and self-love, and also praying to your angels, your spirit guides, ancestors, universe, God. You know, it's going to vary for many of you as to who it is that you really, you know, connect to in that sense. But there's a connection for sure. You're really growing spiritually. It's helping you. It's helping you because the gold can also signify more money as well. That can be coming in your way. So keep that in mind. But it also can signify love within yourself, which actually builds into a really strong relationship and connection, whether you're with someone or whether you're completely single. Okay, let's have a look at these cards. This is the Shuffle Tarot, of which nothing's coming out, but it will. It will. There we go. Ah. Aha. Seven of Pentacles. We also have here the Six of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Cups, Hanged Man. It's a bit of a unique deck. I know some of you will look at it and be like, huh? You got Death. And you have here Temperance. Let's get two more. Okay, thank you. We literally got two more. So we got the Six of Wands with the Eight of Wands. Okay, so Seven of Pentacles here shows a lot of growth. Okay, Seven of Pentacles is all about growth. It's all about reflection. It's also about thinking about the future, thinking about the past, thinking, okay, where am I now? Am I where I want to be? Okay, if I'm not where I want to be, am I going to be there in the future? There's a lot of thought and there's a lot of reflection, right? So that's the biggest thing that does come through here, is that you are really thinking about your future. You're thinking, where am I going to be? How am I, you know, things going to look like? And the Six of Pentacles here is about balance. So you will be offered opportunity, you will be offered resources, you will be offered a beautiful connection with someone, especially if you're single and that's something you think of, like, oh, is anyone ever going to love me or care about me, or is this person going to care about me, especially if you are already with someone, right? So the Six of Pentacles here shows have faith, right? Take care of yourself, and that will reflect back into what other people give to you. So that's what I see here, is that with your energy specifically, is what you do within yourself, and the love you give yourself is often what's projected back from other people. So if you don't have so much love towards yourself, you may find yourself really struggling in love. If you are giving yourself a lot of self-love, but you're worrying as to what's happening, that worry is also blocking things from happening. So what you want to do is really just take care of yourself and let go and surrender your manifestations to the universe, and let the universe do its thing in its own timing without stressing too much about it. I know you're totally valid to feel what you do feel, I will say that, but sometimes, you know, the stress of things can actually do the opposite. What I will say is that victory is coming, because the Six of Wands is all about victory. It's about things coming towards you. So there's still so much more to come towards you. There's so much more abundance. There's so much more happiness. There's so much more spiritual growth, fulfillment. And with spiritual growth comes a lot more too, right? There comes more peace. There comes more harmony. When you are spiritually aligned to yourself, you're connecting to your divine self. This allows you to also make the best decisions for yourself as well, because ultimately, what happens is there's more peace, there's more prosperity, there's more balance, right? So that's what I see here, especially with the Six of Wands, is that there's so much more coming your way along with the spiritual growth. When you grow spiritually, things are not the same. they elevate to become even better as time goes by. And that's the thing, is that, you know, you gotta be patient with some of these things. So that's just something that I recommend, especially if you have gotten into meditation lately and you're like, where's my abundance? Hello? Hello? It's coming, but you know, for some people it's much slower. For some people, I know this happens. They meditate once, or they listen to a subliminal music once, and boom, things just happen. And I think that's also because of the state of mind that they're in. Sometimes, you know, when you're just in this energy of like, oh, whatever, I'll just listen to this and whatever happens. And then it does happen because, you know, they're not so attached. And that's the thing here, is that sometimes letting go of attachment can actually help things all the way around. So that's something to keep in mind. So abundance is coming. 8 of Wands here shows a lot is going to come towards you. Okay, a lot is going to progress towards you. That's what the 8 of Wands is about. I know it looks like a really scary card here, but that's the context of the card that they've made it into. But the 8 of Wands is about lots of progression, lots of communication, lots of direction. The Hanged Man here is about fulfillment. It's about joy, it's about peace, but it's also about, again, meditation. That strong Pisces energy with Neptune is about your divine self. It's about balance, as we see here as well. It's about taking a breather, a bit of a pause for yourself, looking after yourself. And the Death card is really quite significant because the Death card represents transformation. Transformation, where things are not just going to be how they always have been, they'll be even better, right? Death and rebirth. It's all happening for a purpose. I love this card so much because the Death card looks so scary. And I know I mention this so often. That card is not always scary. If anything, you know, there are scarier cards in tarot, let's be honest. But the thing here is all of the cards serve a purpose. And the Death card here, although can be scary, I just want to say that. It's not always that it's not, but, you know, sometimes it can be in the context of certain things. But in this case, it's not. So, and in a lot of cases, it's often not because it represents a transformation. And I always believe that certain things happen for our highest good. Certain things happen because they are there to make us stronger or to learn lessons, or because we just can't keep going in the same direction forever because it could be harmful for us, right? And ultimately, you know, the Death card represents that, you know, at some point something will come to an end. But that's not to scare us. It's here as a form of the divine and how the universe is created, and how the angels, the spirit guides, how the universe, you know, if you believe in God, how God, you know, operates in that sense. Like it all serves its own purpose, and the divine is protecting you. That's what I see, right? Is that there is a purpose to how everything aligns and how it works. And that goes to show that even with the Death card, with transformations, like, you know, there are certain things that are fated to happen. There will be a transformation that is also trying to support you here as well with the divine. We see that here also in the Hanged Man card. It's like that temperance energy as well that I'm picking up on. Right here, right? Because this is the angel that's in the temperance card, and also you have got temperance here too. So, you know, temperance is really about patience and peace. So, you know, that's something that I did mention. And the 9 of Cups here shows your wishes, like it will happen. But also it's about making sure that you're able to control perhaps any sort of addictions or anything that you're really addicted to. For example, if you're just really addicted to kind of, well, what's the word? Like you're just addicted to certain habits and they're not really serving you well. It's about trying to heal from those, trying to move forward from those in some way, shape or form, trying to break the cycle in some way, shape or form. That can really, really help to sort of align the energies a lot more as well from what I see. So there's more coming your way for sure. There's a lot more progression, a lot more peace, a lot more satisfaction. It is coming your way. I don't feel like it's all completely at a loss, or I don't feel like it's all completely gone, if that makes any sense. There's definitely so much more coming your way, and I think that that is also really wonderful to see on the cards. So this is your reading, and we're going to go to the charms. So first, actually, let's go to the letters. The letters can spell out words. They can also spell out initials. Spell out initials. They can be initials. Oh, there's a card. There's a letter that fell on the floor. If I know where it is. Okay, there it is. Let's grab that. Okay. I can't tell if the screen is really dark or if it's just me. I swear the setting was much, much better. Let's see, hold on a second. Oh, wow, that is very blue. Okay. I guess that will do. It looks a little bit better. Okay. So we've got a V, a P, a U, a Z, a U, a B, an F, and we've got pub. I can see pub, and you know why? Because I swear to God, everyone these days is talking about a pub. Okay, we've also got here a H and a G. I know that pubs are not actually everywhere, like a lot of countries that pubs don't even exist, but I don't know why, I just saw pub, okay. And actually, you know, in the kind of context of things, pubs are known to be quite like a social kind of place, and you know, a place where you can eat food, drink, watch different sort of sports and things like that. You know, a lot of people go there to like watch sports and things, but like that's something that just came through as pub. It's really interesting. Okay, anyways, but yeah, that's the main word that I can see here. But I know that there's also other ones that you may see here as well, so do keep that in mind. Also see hub as well, you know, like a hub of communication or just a hub. That's really interesting, both of those words, like this sort of. Okay, so let's go to charms. Got another F. We've got the moon here, so that makes a lot of sense, you know, especially with the divine self, with meditation, controlling the emotions, where best possible, but also to do with healing, right? So that the emotions don't become too much, because, you know, some people can have a breaking point. So it's about trying to control things where possible. And I'm not saying like, oh, you have to control your emotions to make sure this doesn't happen and that doesn't happen. It's more so that you can sort of keep balanced, right? That's essentially what it is. For example, when people eat in moderation, right, they're just trying to balance things out. They're not necessarily trying to go so extreme into a diet that they feel is unsustainable, or they're not, you know, completely just being free with it all. They're just trying to keep it all balanced. So that's what I mean, right? It's not like going an extreme route, but it's also not just not doing anything. You know what I mean? Like it's the balancing aspect of things where something is being done but not to an extreme level. So that's what I mean here in terms of like sort of taking care of yourself, meditating, implementing perhaps a routine which allows for spiritual growth to happen, monitoring your emotions to see how you feel, not suppressing things, and sort of trying to keep control in that sense. So that's what I mean by keeping control, like not completely just going the opposite direction. So I hope that little analogy made sense. And also, you know, perhaps even doing a full moon or a new moon ritual when a full moon and new moon rolls around. So writing down your manifestations or things that you want to release during that time can really, really help. So a new moon is great for things that you want to manifest because it's a new moon, right? And a full moon is great for also releasing things. It depends, because, you know, on some full moons, especially with whatever sign it's happening in, it can be very powerful actually to, you know, do a releasing one, and then on some ones do a manifesting one. But I mean, that is completely up to you in many ways, but it can be great. And then you have the key here, so there is more commitment coming your way. You know, these golden opportunities are going to come your way. It's not like it's not going to. It will, okay, especially here, but it will happen when you find a lot more balance within yourself, harmony within yourself. See those two dolphins swimming along in harmony? Things will get much more harmonious, I'm telling you. We see it here. So that is your reading, group number 2. So if this resonated with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course intention items, which are on Etsy. And yeah, do take care. The prayer beads are on there, the charms and the letters are also on there as well. So yeah, do check those out if you're interested. And take care, everyone, and I hope to see you soon if you choose to come back for another reading. Alright, so let's take these away. Oh, missed it. Okay, so let's put that there, put that there, put that there. Group 3, this message was meant to find you. Meant to find you, it was fated. Okay, so we have got here this beautiful pile, which is really pretty and sort of goldenish. We've got the black prayer beads. So as I mentioned in the beginning, these are available on my Etsy store if anyone would like to purchase those. So you can go to the Etsy store, and then there's a tab on the side, on the left hand side, where it says prayer beads. So there's a little section for them. And then we also have this message here. I also forgot to mention at the beginning that I do offer private readings. So I offer a free reading giveaway, which has its own order as to how you enter for it. So all the information for how to enter is in the description box below. And there's also the free reading there's the private paid readings that I do, which are done within 24 to 48 hours. All the information for those is in the description box below as well. Okay, so your first message here, and this message was meant to find you, is boundaries. So it says you are learning the gentle art of setting boundaries and saying no. Genuine question. Are you someone who likes to help others and be there for others and genuinely be very helpful? Right? And sometimes it's hard to say no. From what I see here is that you may feel like, oh no, I can't say no to this person, they're like family, or they need help, and if I needed help, then I would appreciate this so much. So you might be sort of thinking in a way where you sometimes also think I would also appreciate this, if I was in a situation like this. But it's not like you're making it completely about yourself, you're just thinking in a very rational way. But sometimes I feel like you might be taken for granted. People may not treat you very well, and people also may get very used to the fact that you will just always be there to help them whenever they need it. Even if it's inconvenient for you sometimes, you might go out of your way, but then they might get used to the fact that you're always saying and doing and being, to the point where they take you for granted, they take advantage of your energy, things like that. So I would say here one of the most important things is take care of yourself and your boundaries. Set very, very healthy boundaries, and that will really protect you. For example, sometimes it's okay to say no, right? Think about how you're feeling, think about your energy, think about the fact that, okay, am I going to be drained after I do this? It's good to say yes to some things as well, but really also no to certain things, especially if people are not treating you well, or people are very hot and cold, but they always expect you to be there. You really do have to think about yourself, because when you think about yourself and you put yourself first, the universe is also flowing with you. Sometimes when you're always saying yes, 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 even though you know that it's not the best thing for you, it can cause resistance later on. I mean, you may not realize it in that moment, but later on you may feel drained. You may feel like, I shouldn't have done that, So I think that's really, really important. Take care of yourself, and things will work with you rather than against you. Let's have a look at the tarot cards and see what we have here. So this is the Shuffle Tarot deck. So actually, do you know what's really interesting? Black prayer beads. This is about protection, really is, and also the evil eye. Protecting yourself from any kind of energy that feels a little uncertain, that feels a little bit too much, and really just protecting yourself as well, because that's really, really important. So we've got here the Ace of Cups. We've got here the Chariot, which is also about balance and harmony. It's literally sitting right next to those two Sphinx. The Sphinx is actually, those are the original sort of drivers forward, but obviously this deck is a little bit different, as you can see here. You've got the Lovers, you've got the Ace of Wands, let's take them. there's quite a few there. Actually, let's take these. Take those top ones, because actually no, let's take the whole thing, because actually that makes sense. Okay, so these are the cards underneath. I mean, I didn't see the Hermit because I just put it straight in, but then I just realised that I'm doing 8 cards, and technically we still need another one anyways, so that's totally fine. So the Ace of Cups is really, really interesting here. So you've got strength, you've got the Two of Cups here, you've got Judgment, you've got Wheel of Fortune, Justice, and the Hermit. Okay, so Ace of Cups here shows that there are lots and lots of opportunities that will come your way. Okay, if you say no, that does not mean that it's the end of things. Okay, it means that more opportunities will come, especially in regards to love. Like, some of you might be holding on to someone that you clearly know is not great for you or isn't treating you very well, but you're holding on perhaps because of fear, which is something that we do see here as well, right? It could be fear with the Strength card. Like, you literally feel like, oh my God, if I don't hold on to this particular thing, or I don't do this for this person, they will run away from me, they will disappear, they won't want to hear from me again, they won't want to see me, nothing. And the thing here is that that fear is actually what's keeping everything in this particular mode as well. When you live in love, things change and things are better because you're not afraid necessarily, you're doing things out of love rather than fear. So some of you might be a little bit fearful here, especially with Strength and the Lovers, like, you know, there's a strong energy there of those two connecting. So the Ace of Cups here shows that your opportunities are not going to run out if you say no, all right? Especially if you say no to a certain job that just does not feel like it's for you, another opportunity will come through. I mean, it can take time for these opportunities to come through, and some people do just take the opportunity until they find the better one. You know, sometimes that's a good thing to do, to take the sort of middle path. But especially if you're in a relationship or in your connection, you're in a connection where you're always expected to do things and not respected, I would say think twice. You know, just think twice about that and how it makes you feel. Set healthy boundaries, and you know, especially if you're in a situation with someone where you feel like you constantly have to do in order to stay stable in it, or for anything to ever progress, I will say for sure what I think is really quite significant is take care of yourself, especially with Hermit. You know, look at the Hermit, got freaking arrows in them. You know, they're a target, and I do feel as well that if you are someone, because I do feel like you have a lot of empathy, if you have a lot of empathy, you will become a target where people just expect things from you and they will drain your energy. So be very, very careful. I'm not saying this because I'm saying, no, don't do things for people. I'm saying this because I think you should protect yourself, because I don't want you to feel so drained to the point where you don't even have energy for yourself, right? So keep that in mind, like, especially with people like narcissists or energy vampires, you know, people that just like drain you of all your energy and then they just run off with your energy. Like, you know, you got to protect yourself. So a bit of sage doesn't hurt, but more so than that, it's about setting those boundaries. Okay, that is ultimately your way of communicating to people, like, oh no, you know, I can't do this today, so sorry about that, or, you know, you got to treat me better, or I need more, you know. So the Chariot here is really about having that harmony and balance so that you can move forward, right? You've got the little Justice in the middle there. You've also got the Bull here. I believe it's a bull. I believe so. I don't believe that that's a cow, mainly because of the symbolism in tarot. I believe that that's the bull from like the King of Pentacles card, and then you've also got this the Lion from the Strength card. And this to me really does represent, you know, the strength to power forward and move forward. And then even the Lovers here represents living in love rather than fear, and then everything will flourish accordingly. Judgment here is about making decisions that are best for you. Look at who we have at the top there. It's the Devil, right? Sometimes just always consistently making decisions based on the opinions of others or what other people think is right may hurt you. So it's about making sure you take care of yourself and everything else will fall into place so that, you know, this toxic energy doesn't hit you so hard, right? Like this, like this. Example A. And then the Two of Cups here, okay? More opportunities will come your way. You are not limited, okay? Just because you say no to someone does not mean that all your opportunities are completely gone. There will be more opportunities. You know, Strength here also shows live in love rather than fear. It's about, you know, finding that strength within you to make those decisions and to realize that actually, you know what, I am the diamond. I am the gemstone here that's trying to help people all the time. I need to protect myself, right? A diamond just wouldn't just lay out on the street so that everybody can try on the diamond. The diamond would be like, hell no, I need safety. I'm going to live in the safe. Thank you very much. You know, I might feel a little bit isolated in the safe, but hey, look, I'm protecting myself so that the right people will come to me, the people that know my worth and my value, right? The diamond is not just going to, otherwise the diamond will be stolen because the diamond is a target. You know what I mean? Okay, so I hope that analogy really helps some of you to just sort of understand the way, you know, in a way to protect yourself. And then also, you know, justice here again is about balance, and the Wheel of Fortune is the fact that you are a great person, right? More luck, more is coming to you. So long as you also find that balance and that strength within yourself, you are going towards victory in all areas of your life. But you've got to set those healthy boundaries, because that is also going to protect you from other people, you know, kind of using up your energy, and we don't want that, right? So let's go now to the charms. So this can be initials, this can also spell out words as well, so let's have a look. I'm going to try and jumble them up a little bit as well. I do shake them quite often actually from time to time, so they don't always, you know, stay in the same way that they are. So we've got a W, we got an I, we got an X. Wix. Anyone making a website? Oh my gosh, you know, I actually mentioned Wix in another one of my videos. I'm not sponsored by them. I feel like they should, you know, if anyone from Wix is watching, which they're probably not, but hey. And someone actually commented in the comment section that they actually were making a website. The whole point of this, though, maybe the same person is watching. We also have here as well ID. So that's interesting, right? So your ID, who you are, and really taking care of yourself, you know, and who you are as a person. X and X is actually, if you look up here, Roman numerals, it's a judgment card. So that's really interesting that we see this, right? So make sure you do things for yourself as well, not just based on what everyone else is saying or what society is saying. Make sure you protect yourself, otherwise it can end up being toxic. Like I mentioned, make decisions that also benefit you, not just other people. Really, really important. We've got here T and a Z and a G and a Q. All right, so that's what we have there. Let's look at charms. A T and an F. Got fit as well, F-I-T. We've got here, oh, this is cute. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. I think it's important here to also really take care of yourself, like you are your own sunshine, right? You have the sunshine within you, all right? I'll tell you where it's located. Third chakra, solar plexus chakra. That's your sunshine chakra. Your solar, you know, solar energy is the sun's energy. So that's all about boosting your positivity. Meditating actually on your solar chakra, solar plexus chakra can be very powerful too. Okay, so you've got that within you. You know, why let people drain that away from you when you could find the freedom to really be able to take care of yourself and your boundaries? Gosh, my nails are so shiny. I just looked at them on the camera when I was holding that up. Wow, more shinier than the metal on the charms. I do get asked about what nail polishes I wear. I haven't actually been wearing nail polish for a long time if you saw my videos, but I kind of got back into it. And it's called Peridot, for any of you that are wondering. So we've got here the house as well. This is about really protecting yourself and your space, right? So that's really important, especially in regards to the home. Like, protect yourself and protect your space. So that, I did mention sage before as well. You've got here the sacral chakra peg. So this essentially is about you know, mentoring and honoring and nourishing yourself. All right, so I think that's really important here. You've also got the crown chakra energy, which is about divinity. It's about grace. It's about beauty, serenity, oneness with yourself, things like meditation, enlightenment, selfless realization, but also protecting yourself. And then, I don't know how this ended up in there, but you've got another letter, which is an F. So yeah, there are these ones that are in there, but this one isn't really supposed to be in there, but there it is. So yeah, it's an F. So we've got another F there as well. Some of you may literally feel like an F, okay, when you sort of fail. You know, the F that they put on like tests, especially, I know they do this in the US. I don't think they do this in the UK, but you know, like when they put an F, you might feel like, oh, if I don't help them, I feel like a failure, you know. Not always the case, okay, not always the case. You're not taking a test for them, are you? It's not like when someone asks for a favour and you can't do it. It's not like they're going to grade you on it, right? But yeah, do what's best. I'm not saying don't do things for other people. I'm just saying make sure you do it in accordance with your energy and what feels right to you. If you feel like it's not good, obviously take care of yourself. You know, I think that's really important. So this is your reading group number 3. If this resonates with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course intention items which are on Etsy, including these prayer beads, the face masks, okay. The charms, face masks are on there as well, which are handmade, but there's also the charms and letters on there too. And we've also got, actually I just forgot to talk about the crab. It was just hiding in the corner. This actually really does represent a very, very strong vibe and a very, very strong energy in regards to that Cancerian energy which we have here, right? So Chariot here is about harmony, balance, looking after yourself. It's also about nourishing yourself because it's that sort of like mother energy, right, which is very nourishing, and it's about giving that to yourself. So that's essentially what it means there. Some of you may also have that within yourself, you know, Cancerian energy, but you have got a lot of signs. You've got Scorpio, you've got Virgo, you've got Gemini, you've got Cancer, also with a charm, you've got Libra, and you've got here Leo. All right, so that's what we have there. Like I mentioned, everything is down below for everything, and yeah, take care everyone. All right, so let's take these away. All right, group number 4. Let's have a look and see. This message was meant to find you, so let's see what it is. We also have these white prayer beads as well, which are available on my Etsy store. There's a little elephant on there. So it is linked down below. There's a little section on the left-hand side of my Etsy store, which again is linked down below, but it says prayer beads, so you can actually find them on there. These are handmade. And we've got here this message as well. And I also forgot to mention right at the beginning that I do offer readings as well. So private readings, and then there's also the free reading giveaway. So, you know, if you want any information on how you can enter for the free reading giveaway, that is in the description box below. And then the private readings are also offered by me. They're done within 24 to 48 hours. All the information on how to book one is also in the description box below. This message was meant to find you, so let's have a look and see what it is. I can't grab it, there we go. It says here, forest. Okay, that's really interesting. So let's shuffle out the rest of these tarot cards and see what the message here is, because I feel like the cards are really going to express this. So let's have a look. This is Shuffle Tarot. Whoa, got like a chunk of cards here. Alright, so we have got, and I am an upright reader, so I thought I would just mention that as well. We've got here the Knight of Pentacles, we've got the King of Pentacles, which shows a lot of growth. Okay, so the forest energy is about growth, and it is about being nourished, you know, because that's what happens in a forest, is that there's so much growth, right? Leaves, trees, wildlife. That's what I see here. There's so much growth. And you are growing. You are going to have more opportunities coming your way, especially with the Knight of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. You are maturing. You are learning a lot. You are becoming stronger. You are getting to a pretty strong place, I would say, especially within these cards. You've even got here the Page of Pentacles. So there you go. There's the growth that's happening. This is also about more money, okay? More money is coming your way. There is a lot of progression. There is a lot of direction. There is a lot of fulfillment from what I see, and there's just a lot coming your way, okay? That's the biggest thing I want to say here, is that there's a lot coming your way. And I mean, even with the King of Pentacles, there shows here a lot of stability. So for some of you, you might be worrying about your future. You might be thinking, I don't know what's going to come. I don't know where I'm going to be in 10 years. I don't know where I'm going to be tomorrow. I don't know where I'm going to be in a week's time or a month's time or a year's time. What it's saying here essentially is that there's going to be baby steps. So you may not feel like all your abundance is just there all the time, just right now, but it's going to grow over the course of time. And that's sort of the Pentacle energy, is it's not so fast moving, but also it's stable, which means that you're not just going to randomly get it so quickly and then just as quickly as you get it, you lose it. It's going to stay with you, but it's going to grow in time with you, right? So that's also the energy of like trees. When they grow, there are certain trees that take, oh my God, years to grow, right? But they are stable trees, especially like oak trees, right? They're humongous. I believe they're oak. They're humongous, but they stay for like hundreds of years, right? And so that's what I see, is it's not something that just grows really, really fast, but then falls off. It stays. And that's the part and the element of stability that I really do see here for you. All right, so there are beautiful opportunities coming your way, especially I feel that, you know, there's a love energy and there's a career energy. So for those of you worrying about perhaps both areas of your life, it's coming, okay? It is coming. And for those of you that are worrying about one or the other, it's coming. It's coming. Okay, because you've got here the Ten of Cups, which is about happiness and fulfillment in regards to the things that you really want to manifest. We have here the Queen of Swords. Okay, so that really is a beautiful, beautiful card, which shows overall things are working in your favor. And that I think is beautiful. I really do. And it just shows that everything is going to align in such a way that some of you may not have expected. There's a magical energy here, which is also connected to your heart chakra. Got a lot of earth here as well. So the more you are connecting to the outdoors, the more you are connecting to, you know, perhaps going for a walk or breathing in fresh air, things like meditating on your heart chakra, the more you're opening up this portal in a way where you're really attracting a lot of abundance. Things like also eating a lot of fruits and vegetables can also help too, right? Because that's all grown in many ways. It's like, it's the Mother Nature fruits that they're giving you, you know? So keep that in mind as well, like fruits and vegetables. Not only are they good for you, I guess, but, well, I said I guess, but I know, right? We know that they are good for us. That can really help too. You've got the Magician there as well. So this is really about just knowing that you are manifesting, okay? You are manifesting. A lot is going to come to you, but it's going to happen over the course of your lifetime rather than all just at once. But it is going to come, you know. The Seven of Cups is about your fantasies, your dreams, the things that you really do want to make happen. Those things are going to manifest for you. Stick true to your values and your dreams. If you feel really tempted by someone who's like going down the wrong path and you're like, ooh, that looks interesting, remind yourself of your values and your goals and what you truly need, right? If you're running after someone or something that is very different to what you would usually go after, but you just feel addicted to that person or that particular thing, ask yourself why, you know, because some people do get very addicted to certain things or to certain people, and sometimes they don't know why, and it's very far from their values, right? So keep that in mind as well. Stay true to who you are. Six of Cups as well shows a lot of abundance is coming your way. There are gifts and opportunities that will come through for you. It's going to happen over the course of time. Okay, and seasons will change. So remember that when a tree grows, it will also sometimes lose its leaves, right? And it may feel like a loss, but actually it'll grow back. You know, we go through cycles. Sometimes there's happiness, sometimes there's sadness, sometimes there's, you know, a lot of personal growth, a lot of development, and then comes the push through for a lot more abundance. So keep that in mind. You know, it's about the seasons as well. You've got here the Knight of Swords, King of Swords, so again, growth, right? From the Knight to the King of Swords. This also shows willpower. Stay true to yourself, stand up for yourself, put yourself first. King and Queen of Swords here also shows in regards to love. There's a really beautiful strength that I see coming through and manifesting for you in the future. Also, Knight of Swords is beautiful because actually that shows a real moving energy. You know, Knight of Pentacles is very slow and steady, but the Knight of Swords here shows that, you know, things will progress for you. It's just going to happen over the course of time. Page of Cups as well. Okay, so this is about enjoying yourself, enjoying life, doing things for yourself that makes you feel good, things that nourish you, things that, you know, you got to make sure you're drinking enough water as well. That's the thing, okay? I'm not comparing you to a tree, but I mean, you know, everything needs water and sunlight and things like that. So Page of Cups, you know, that's water energy. Just make sure you're hydrating yourself. You know, it's good for you all the way around too. And the Two of Pentacles here is about balance, right? Doing things that make you feel balanced, things like meditation, taking care of yourself, putting yourself first. These things really will help you. Let's go to the letters. So this can be initials. It can also spell out words. So we've got a H, X, Q, Z, N, and a D. I know these look very, very random. There are a lot of vowels in here, but you know, whatever my hand grabs, it grabs. So keep that in mind. Sometimes we spell out so many words, and sometimes, you know, we just have a bunch of letters with no vowels in it. Okay, so we have got here, we've got the Cancer charm. So this is again about just knowing that, you know, take care of yourself. It's the most you can do. You know, go towards your dreams, your goals. Just know that things are going to progress for you, right? So I think the Cancerian energy here is about making sure you nourish yourself. You've got here this pine cone as well. So I did mention seasons as well. You know, changes will come. That's the thing that I see there. The happy sign here shows that happiness is also going to follow through as well, right? With change. And you got the hashtag as well, which shows that, I mean, some of you, the hashtag means a lot of things, but I feel like, you know, I really do think about the hashtag in the context of social media. There is a hashtag also on phones as well, right? But this is also about just really being sort of in your own journey and I guess kind of taking care of yourself, but also perhaps sharing it with others. You know, that's something that I do see here. So this is the message that was meant for you, Group 4. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course intention items which are on Etsy. Charms and letters are also in there as well. So do have a little look, and yeah, the prayer beads are also on Etsy as well. But do let me know how this resonated, and don't forget to like and subscribe. If you do subscribe, click on that little bell notification next to the subscribe button. And I hope to see you all very, very soon as well. Alright, so I'm just going to take away okay, just going to take away these cards, and that pretty much concludes the video as well. Take care everyone. Bye!